Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And I wanted to make you aware of something very cool that we're doing on a subscription basis, and we'll put a link in each one of our episodes. But every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call an audio podcast workshop. That workshop will be roughly about 14 to maybe 20 minutes per episode, with each month having a theme from a coaching model, using feedback strategically, to coaching self-awareness, and so on. So if you could, look in the body or in the content description of each episode, and you will see a link where you can join this subscription. These are literally 4 workshops every month, teaching specific strategies to address a particular area of workplace coaching, as it relates, again, to things like awareness, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. Here's the cool thing. It's only $10 per month, and each month you will get a handout that we will follow along with. So we also give you a tool for you to take notes as we go through each episode. We hope you'll check it out.
When we're conversing and coaching people, often our conversations, quite frankly, most of the time our conversations take detours. So what's a detour? Well, we have a very clear path where we want to take the conversation, and inevitably the person we're conversing with or the person that we're coaching does what? Throws us a curveball, makes a statement. We don't know how to respond to it. And we have to navigate those conversations. Now, how do we navigate those conversations? We practice. So think about it. Very often people will say things we don't expect. What do? So recently I was conversing with a manager, and the manager pretty abruptly said, well, I've tried these questions you're teaching. They don't work. I said, oh, what do you mean by they don't work? Well, the person just, threw it back at me. And I said, well, how'd they throw it back at you? The person said, well, you're the boss, just tell me what to do. Yet the manager was complaining about an attitude. So I said, well, in that moment, what did you do? He said, well, nothing. I said, well, great, let's role play it. He said, what? I said, I'm about to show you some different paths or different ways you can navigate that conversation. He said, oh, okay. I said, great, you play the role of the person that's kind of pushing back, and I'll play the role of coach. So right on the spot, and I know this comes off a little arrogant and maybe like I'm showing off, what I was trying to demonstrate is questions are not absolute. Just because you learn coaching questions does not mean that person falls over and says, yes, I have a bad attitude. Great question. What they do is they resist. They want to throw us curveballs. We're kind of getting too close to an issue they don't want us to get close to. So as we started to practice, and this person exhibited the behavior of the person they were coaching and said, well, you're the boss, you tell me what to do. And I said, really, that would be great. I said, so I just want to understand something. If I tell you what to do, I won't get pushback because I'm the boss, like you just said, and we won't have any more issues. That is awesome. Do I have that correctly? The person I role played with broke out laughing. He said, man, you're good at this. I said, look, I'm quick on my feet only because I practice. What I support you in, any employee to say that to you is disrespectful. They're going to undermine you. And if they're willing to do that to your face, I want you to give some careful thought to what they're doing when you're not around. He said, oh, wow, absolutely. So within about 4 minutes, this manager went from, it doesn't work, abruptly, I would almost say sarcastically, really good guy, but sarcastically. And I said, do you know what I just did, right? He said, no, what? The woman next to him nudged him and said, he just had a coaching conversation with you. I said, right. I said, guys, every time we go down a road, we have an end destination. We know where we want to go. We want this person to see themselves. We want to build self-awareness. In this example with this manager, he wants this employee to see their attitude and how it's affecting the team. He's exasperated. He's frustrated. More importantly, he realized through my conversation, he got stonewalled. He got pushed back. So ultimately, what happened? The employee gained some control. They gained some real estate. They gained some control. And when I demonstrated there was different ways to navigate the conversation, I said, it's kind of like the highway. He said, what's that? I said, we have an end destination, but all along the way, people that we're coaching, they want to take us on an exit ramp. They want to get us off Of course, because we're getting close to stuff. See, here's the funny thing. People with negative attitudes know they have negative attitudes. They know deep down how they're coming off. But because of that behavior, they don't want to admit it. Heaven forbid. So it takes some practice. It takes some conversation. It takes some navigation. It takes some detours that we have to turn around.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21 day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.